What's up, people of Earth? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name's Christiana, and in today's video I'm going to be going over the Golden Globes red carpet fashion that happened like a week ago, but it's not too late to do it. First off, we have Kiki in Dior, and I love this dress. Love it, love it, love it. And I think just that like really champagne-y, really super light pink color just really complements her skin tone, and definitely like the choker went with it. I think if she wore a different necklace, I don't think it would work as well, so I really liked how they chose the choker. And I just liked how from when it got to right here, it was kind of like a cutout a little bit, but she still had like the sleeves like draping over her shoulders. I think I would rate this dress out of a 4. The next outfit I don't even want to talk about because it's not very pleasing to the eye. It's just kind of all over the place, and I feel like it's something that I'd put on my Barbie doll back in like 2009. But I mean, it's not, if it was on me, it would look a lot worse. Like her hair looks fine, her shoes, everything, but like I just don't get the whole idea on why they chose a heart to do it. This is one of my least favorites so far, so I'd rate this probably like a 1. Next off, we have Emily Blunt in Custom Alexander McQueen, and this isn't the worst. I feel like I'm kind of expecting more from Emily Blunt. I mean, I like the color, like the silvery gray, because a lot of people don't wear that on the red carpet. I feel like they just stick to red and black. But this one, I'm not sure if I really like all of like the cutouts in it and like the dangly little things like by her feet and legs. And I don't think I really like how it goes like all the way up to her neck. I would rate this a 3. Next up is my favorite, probably, the Lady Gaga in Valentino. Yeah, Valentino. I don't know if I would have made her hair blue, but I think that might have just been like a personal choice, maybe. I don't know, but like it wasn't the exact same color as the dress. But I just really like her hair brown. I think it's really super pretty. So I think if she did her hair brown, it would have looked a lot better too. I'd rate this a 4. Next up is Gemma in Valentino. And I think this dress is also one of my favorites because I feel like I rarely ever see this color blue on the red carpet. And the way that it was just like made, if I wore that, I definitely could not pull it off. And I don't think a lot of people could pull it off either. And I just like how it kind of just went up to her neckline, but there's nothing else left on her shoulders or arms. And then it kind of looks like a romper maybe. And then it has just an extra little thing that drapes over. And I like how they put pockets in it. And then I like how the shoes matches with it because I think that's really cute. And I would rate this a 5. Definitely my favorite so far. Next up is Constance in Vera Wang. And this dress is kind of similar to the one that, what's her name, did. But I feel like the dress is kind of like a creamish, like light peach color. And I really liked how it's just really simple everywhere. From here to all the way down, it's super simple, but then on her waist she has that like velvety orange, it looks like, bow that goes all the way down with her dress. And I think it just adds a nice piece, especially if she didn't have that bow on it. I think it would be really boring and it wouldn't be as eye-catching as it is now. And so I think I would rate this a 4. Next up is Lily. I really like how she pulled off the red, because I've barely ever seen her in red, like on Riverdale. She usually wears like the pinks and the blues, And I definitely prefer her in like a light blue or like a periwinkle like Lady Gaga's. But she definitely pulled this off, especially with her hair slicked back really tight. And the way that it just like lightly dragged behind her, and like the ruffles weren't too much. If they went like a little overboard, then this definitely would have ruined the whole dress, I feel like. But it looks like it's kind of like sheer too. And she should have had like a really dainty little choker. Next up is Irina, and she's wearing Versace. And to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of Versace, and I'm not really a huge fan of Gucci either. But when I found out that this dress was Versace, I was actually really surprised, because I feel like when Versace does a lot of dresses, Gucci as well, they kind of go a little overboard, and then all their stuff kind of looks the same, and like people try to like copy them, and it's just not like as fun as having the real thing. But when I saw this, I felt like it was definitely different from a lot of the stuff that she's done before. And I really like how it was like tight, and then it flowed down and just like flowed down her figure, but then she had the slit in it. Next up is Emmy. I really like this dress, especially on her, because I feel like that really light millennial pink, not millennial pink, but just really light pink, and then with like her dark slicked back hair, looks really nice. And I actually like it like this as well, because I think it kind of looks like a flower, but that's a good thing. I would rate this a 4. Next up is Amy in Calvin Klein, and I was kind of disappointed in this, because although I do like the color, because that was the color that whatever her name wore, that it was similar, and I really like that color, and I especially like it how it contrasts with her red hair, but I feel like it was just boring as well. There's nothing like, there's no interesting stitches or like embroidery, just nothing. And I don't really like how it went down a certain way on her shoulder, and I feel like it might just, it looks like it doesn't fit her exactly. And I feel like in this case, it does need a necklace. And she looks like she has like a bracelet and like a lot of rings, and I think it would have looked better with less rings and a necklace. I would rate this probably a 2, because I think it could have been a lot better. Next up is Anne Hathaway in Ellie Saab. I kind of have mixed feelings about this dress, because I don't know. I don't know like what I have to say about this, because all of her previous red carpet outfits have been super cute, and I feel like this one is not hitting me in the right place. Big fan of it, but I do like the way it fit her, and the way that the 2 straps went like right here. I thought that was a really interesting way to do it. I think I would rate this a 2. Next up we have Rosamund in Givenchy, and I actually am a really big fan of this, because I really like how it started off like up here, and then the dress went into a choker, and then it like crossed down and then came into a dress, and it looks like where like maybe her knee is, it's kind of like see-through a little bit, and it was just definitely a twist on the little black dress. And I really like how she draped her little coat jacket over her, because I feel like at the red carpets they kind of stick with no jacket. Like they'll just put, either they'll stick with like the short sleeves, or they'll do long sleeves, so I barely ever see jackets over it. And I like how it's kind of that silvery material. And obviously I'm so glad they didn't put a necklace with it, because obviously there's already like the choker made from the dress, that obviously it would have messed up the whole entire outfit. But I also like how her hair was put up, because if it was put down, I think you wouldn't be able to see the choker as much, and there's already her jacket there, so it might have been too much. So I would rate this probably a 4. Next up, I have no idea who this is. Jamila. But that's her outfit. It's coral and it has like these flowers on it, and it's very like a tulle dress, and I'm just not a really big fan of it. It reminds me also of like 2007 Homecoming, and I literally have no words. But from just the coral to like the strapless to the flowers on it to the so many layers of that fabric, it just didn't go well for me. I'm just not a big fan of it. I would rate this definitely a 1. Melissa, I don't really have any words for this. First of all, purple. Don't get me wrong, I love the color purple, and just not really this color purple, and not for this event. Especially with the stars just all along right here in silver. It's just, it's not very pretty. Like, this kind of looks like a dress that you would find at like the children's place, and you dress like your 2-year-old in it, and it's just not really pleasing to look at. It kind of looks like Justice also threw up on it. So I would rate this a 1. And last, that I would definitely put the last, is my ugliest dress I have seen on this Golden Globes red carpet. So it reminds me of this. Some of you may know who that is and what movie it's from. And it just, right when I saw that, that's automatically what I thought of. And I just don't understand why somebody could think that's pretty, because it's really not. It reminds me of those pillows that you find at HomeGoods, and they're sparkly, and you go like that back and forth and it makes different colors, because that's exactly what this dress looks like. And it's black and it has that tealish seafoam blue-green color, and then it's like it goes there, and then it has like the string, and then it goes here and it goes like straight, and then it has like this weird like mermaid taily thing, and I'm just not a big fan of it. I just don't like that glittery glitz and glam stuff happening. Not a big fan of it, and I would definitely rate this a 1. So I'm kind of actually torn to pieces, because I can't choose one that I love the most, and I can't choose one that I hate the most. So I'm going to give my top 3 for each one. So starting off with the worst dressed, we have this one, that one, and that one. Not really sure where they were going with this whole idea on these 3 dresses, but certainly they were not Golden Globe ready, and they were not ready for my reviews. And for my favorite top 3 dresses, we have this one, that one, and that one. These dresses, like, they made me like take a second glance, you know what I mean? Like, they're just so uniquely beautiful in their own way, and they all fit the artist or actor, whoever's wearing them, fits them perfectly, and the color scheme, everything is just so beautifully done with these dresses. And I would make a couple changes, but probably only to like the jewelry and what their hair was like. But besides that point, I think everything was super well done, and I absolutely love these dresses. I hope you enjoyed me reviewing your favorite and least favorite actresses, and I hope you will take my fashion advice into context and join me on my next video. And if you like this video, go ahead and give it a like, a comment, and subscribe to me down below. And I will see you all in my next video.